is our thing, so that nobody else don't get itchy trigger fingers. We promised him he'd be next, so he's coming in.
Excellent.
Okay, here we go. We're going to start the show, and it begins in 3, 2, 1.
Listen, somebody back there threw this piece of paper, and if we don't find out who did it, we're going right back to school. You guys been playing around ever since school started, and I'm sick and tired of it. Who threw the piece of paper? Is anybody going to tell me who threw it, or we are going to go back to school?
There was a time where you could enjoy a simple ham and cheese sandwich in public.
The morning stream. Well, of course, I am the supreme being. I'm not entirely dim.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to TMS. It is the morning stream. It is Wednesday, August 30th, 2023. And this is the second to last day of the month, everyone.
Yeah.
So be prepared. Get in there ready for the 31st so that when you're done, you can immediately explode out into the world on September 1st as we enter the fall. You know, be ready, Brian. You want to be ready.
Pumpkin spice season.
That's right. You want to get over there and you want to get it done. You want Halloween coming. You want all these things. Right. I'm actually kind of excited about this.
Cooler weather, crispy leaves that you have to rake up.
Yeah. Rake up. Take up. I think I'm going to probably mow them this year because it worked really well last year. We just let them fall.
It's a really good way to do it.
Mow them. I don't know why that played. I apologize. That's not supposed to happen. But yeah, I'm a fan of fall. All right, that's just the deal. I think you are too. I think it may be.
I am a fan of fall.
Is it our favorite of the?
No, spring's my favorite. I'm a spring guy.
You're a spring
I'm
fella.
a spring chicken, Scott. Yeah. That's what I am.
Do you do the spring cleaning, or do you just never? What do you do?
I don't do any cleaning. No, when I do, I feel really good about it. I didn't this year, and I've been doing summer and fall cleaning. That's basically what it is.
I'm still doing that throw one thing away every day thing.
That's really good.
I'm starting to run out of stuff I don't like, though. You know what I mean?
That's a great problem to have.
It is.
I mean, I guess, right? Like you're.
Yeah. I just have too many things I still like is the problem. I have things that I think are important and that I need them and I don't really. But I have really fond feelings for them. I'll give you an example. This is a small one, and I'm probably not going to throw it away because why would you? It's tiny, and who cares? But you remember the little Dreamcast units, the memory units that had their own little game buttons on them?
Yeah, their own little LCD thing. Yep.
I forgot what they're called. Shoot, they had a name. Anyway, I have 4 of those. I can't give those away. I can't throw them away.
You're talking about the little memory things that went into the controllers.
Correct. And they
almost look like little Tamagotchis kind of thing.
Yes, and that's kind of all they could do was really basic. I think in Sonic Adventure it let you manage those gems or whatever, the Sonic gem things.
Yeah.
But it was really kind of a dumb idea, but I loved it at the time, and I just thought it was cool. It was like sticking a little Game Boy in every controller. And so I kept those. I don't even have.
Keep one and give 3 of them away in as prizes for something.
That's not bad. They're small enough too. I could ship them anywhere.
The drag is, now we're spending money to throw away the cool stuff that we have.
Exactly. Plus, I am trying to be ecologically conscious about where I'm throwing certain things away, like things that are very plasticky. Sure. I'm trying to think, well, are these better suited for a Goodwill because they're still usable, or should I take this and actually throw it away? And with all this confusion,
does this need to go to a recycling plant to have the PCBs taken out of it and stuff?
Right. We have a place where I took some computer stuff a couple years ago, and they assured me, as much as you can assure someone, that they take everything that you give them and they properly go through. They melt down any aluminum. They take out any toxic parts. That's all separate. They supposedly have this whole process, but all I can do is believe them. I don't know if they do.
Yeah.
I have no guarantees.
I had some old monitors that were of questionable quality that I donated to one of those rage rooms. Those rooms where you can go in and smash stuff with a baseball bat when you're really frustrated. And I asked them, I said, do you, because you've got to recycle CRTs and stuff like that. They're like, yeah, this actually makes it really easy because we can give them a box of glass, a box of plastic, a box of printed circuit boards, etc. So it's like, all right, well, that actually feels, makes me feel a little bit better.
Is that just a local thing for you? Like just someone around there that does this?
Yeah, it's a little independent. It's like escape rooms. It's the new escape room, or not like escape rooms have gone away, but it's the, rage rooms are basically what.
Is that what they call them? Rage rooms? Is that the name?
Rage rooms, yeah. Or Smash It. I think Smash It might be one of the big.
Let me see if I can find a Utah rage room here. So Smash It. You 100% correct. Smash It Rage Room in Ogden, Utah. I don't want to go to Ogden. Boo!
That might be a closer one.
Yeah, there's a Salt Lake City one, it looks like.
Yeah.
Okay, that's actually a really good idea because I got stuff like
old
that.
Keyboards, old monitors.
There's one back here. You can't see it, but for all those nerdtaculars where you would have me bring a bunch of screens for the contest.
Oh yeah, for the All-Stars, yeah.
We have like old
right, we had to buy some cheapos, didn't we?
Yeah, and I think some of them I just had, and they were like VGA, so we had to use none of this USB-C and stuff existed.
I think all we needed was one that we put in front of Tina because you guys all looked at the big screen behind us.
No, we all had one to look at.
Oh, we had one. No, we had one at the end, at each end.
Yeah, we had
you guys
one at each.
Yeah,
end.
we didn't have one in front of. If we had one in front of each, the audience wouldn't be able to see. But that's right, we did. We had three.
Yeah, three.
Tina
total,
had one, and then one at each end.
Yeah, and it worked pretty well. We had all those cables we had to worry about and stuff. But they're the older style VGA style, connectors and all that stuff. Well, one of them I had drawn all over with a gray or with a silver Sharpie. Just doodled all over it. And we used it for 2013, 14, and 15 at least, maybe even 17. And it's old and probably never going to be used for anything ever again. Even when we may do one of these events again, we'll probably have newer screens because none of these connective technology. We don't want to have 1,000 dongles trying to make them compatible for 50 years.
Sure.
So I'm thinking about that one. Just since it's drawn on, maybe I could do like a charity thing, like a.
There you go. Yeah,
I don't know.
It's doodled on the back or doodled on the front?
Front and back, but not the screen.
Gotcha.
So
okay.
The bezel has
the bezel.
Yeah,
yes.
And it's one of these.
Doodle.
It's back when bezels were 1.5 inches thick, not the thin we have now. So there's room on there for stuff, and then the base of it is all drawn on the back, has a bunch of doodles on it. Yes. I don't know.
Bang Ass Bezel Doodle.
Yeah, it could be a fun thing. Someone else in the chat. Yes, we hate Ogden. I'm not the only one. It's a dump. Anyway, so that's all going on.
VMUs, that's right, Brian. And I think Joey said it as well. The Dreamcast VMU is the little thing that you've got a bunch of.
Virtual Memory Unit, right? I believe is what it stood for. And they were your memory cards, which was the style at the time.
So it'd store your Seaman.
That's right.
You said that very carefully. Your Leonard Nimoy Seaman.
Seaman. Boy, if you've never seen Seaman, sorry.
I hope you're going to feed me soon. I'm going to die if you don't feed me.
Still one of the weirdest games ever made, ever.
For sure, yeah.
Speaking of weird things, so there's a little bit of a grandpa fight going on around here. Let me tell you about it.
Ooh, love it. All right.
So Van calls me Pops, which is by design. We wanted to have a distinct difference between me and any other grandparents. Kim is Nana. I'm Pops. And on Dylan's side, his grandfather on that side is Grandpa. All right, normal, just kind of, and he doesn't want any fancy anything. He just wants to be Grandpa, which is fine with me. I'm fine with Pops. It's great. So Pops is cute. Plus, Phoebe's already saying Pops. It's great.
Perfect. Good.
Short, easy to understand. Pronounce and all that. But yesterday we had the boy all day, and I was seeing him on and off between work and stuff. And at one point we went to In-N-Out because he wanted fries, and he likes them over there. So we drive over to In-N-Out, and he's in the back seat of the car, and I just randomly yelled out and said, "Hey, Van, do you like Pops?" And he goes, "Yep." And I went, "Do you like Grandpa?" And he just pauses for a second, and he goes, "Sure." Like that. Now, I'm not saying that there's a division, and he loves his grandpa. Don't get me wrong.
Of
Dylan's
course,
dad
yes.
is a total sweetheart. Love this guy. He's Shane. His name is Shane. He's a wonderful dude. I just love him. But now I got this fake drama I want to create and
Oh, good.
Yeah. So I'm gonna text him later and go, Shane. I hate to tell you this, but I think we got a little bit of a problem. He doesn't like you as much as he likes me, and create some fake drama around it. Because
what he needs to do now is when he's over with Grandpa, he needs to go, "Hey, Van, do you like Grandpa?" "Yes." "How about Pops?"
"Sure."
"Okay."
In a pinch, he's fine.
Yeah. Love the one you're with, baby.
Yeah.
CSNY told us.
I feel like it's Van who's playing us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
He's having a little moment here. So anyway.
I'd love Pops a lot more if he got me a PS5.
Yeah. Right now he just wants anything with space in it. He wants like rockets and little astronaut not dolls, action figures.
Oh, cool.
That kind of crap. So if anyone wants to.
Nice. He's gone from dinosaurs to astronauts.
Yep. Past to future, future to past. That's how you work. Hey, I found a story for everybody before we get into the feud today, because the feud today should be pretty rad. Excited about this. We have a former professional wrestler with us, although in my mind he's still out there kicking ass and taking names.
Yeah.
But before we do that, I got a story/joke that I just really liked, and it's about an Indian guy and Einstein. And this is supposed to be a true story. I can't tell you much about who this is that tells the story, why he told it. It looked like a college lecture to me, like somebody in a sort of an assembly style thing at a college, and he uses this anecdote as part of his speech or whatever, but I know nothing more than that.
Warm up the crowd, basically.
Kind of, yeah. It's hard to say, but here's that joke because it made me smile. And if you're from India, this may even be more meaningful because maybe there's some cultural stuff here. I don't know, but it made me laugh, and I thought I'd share it. So here you go.
So this Indian guy is sitting next to Einstein, and Einstein says, it's a long flight. Why don't we have a competition? I'll ask you a question, and if you can't answer it, you give me $5. Then you can ask me a question, and if I can't answer it, said Einstein, I'll pay you $500. So he told Einstein, all right, you go first. So Einstein said, how far is the moon from the Earth? And the Indian thought and thought. He said, you know what, I really don't have the exact answer. Here's $5. Then he looked at Einstein and said, what goes up a hill with 3 legs and comes down with 4? And Einstein worked through all of his knowledge of science, couldn't figure out what he was talking about, put his hand into his pocket and gave him $500. Einstein's turn again. Einstein said, before I ask you my next question, what does go up the hill with 3 legs and come down with 4? And the Indian put his hand into his pocket and gave him $5.
Isn't that great?
That is great. I love it.
I just thought it'd be a good thing for the show.
Yes, that's awesome.
I enjoyed that story a lot. All right, let's do I hope to hear from some of our Indian listeners, which I know we have a few. So I would like to. Is that an old story? Is it apocryphal? Is it based on an actual real thing?
Right. Is that how people made money back then?
Yeah. Is this the exchange that you make in India? I don't know.
Exactly.
We don't know. We're just dumb white guys in America. All right. We're in the mountains. We don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know. All right. Dunaway incoming. Let's get that going.
Hopefully he brings all of his CRTs and VCRs and rewinders with him when he shows up.
Yeah, and his 4 ancient consoles and an RCA converter kit. That would be
That's
cool.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
All right, let's do this. Where is this? Hey, look who it is. It's our pal Dyin Brunaway. That's not great. Dyin Brunaway.
Show title.
Yep. Hey, Dyin Brunaway. Welcome back to the show, Mr. Bring Everything to North Carolina because you're crazy. I love that you did that. How you feeling after the big trip?
Oh, hi, Scott and Brian. Feeling pretty good. Yeah. Feeling pretty good. Felt better before I started listening to 2 morons talking about what should I do with all these VMU units. What do you think?
Look, you want me to.
You want a museum, don't you? You want those things belong to take one room of your house, Scott, and make a museum out of it with all of your retro gear.
Yes, and then travel with them.
And then Ibbott's over here like going, yeah, I had a 19-inch CRT Trinitron. I'm just going to send it over to the rage room and let them bang the shit out of it. And I'm like, I hate you.
Yeah,
It doesn't work. It doesn't work. I'll send it to you. You want it? It doesn't. I've got another one. I'll send it to you.
No, I don't know. I don't need all that. But I'm just But the
doesn't
VMU
even have
units,
a
come on,
stand.
man.
It's a little blasphemous to you to hear these things, isn't it?
It is.
Do you,
It's
do you have a
terrible. I'm
VMU
like,
unit, Brian?
Yeah,
oh
do you?
yeah, I have a one VMU unit, and I have
Good. Then you
about
don't need
4
more than that,
or 5.
right?
Incorrect. I have about 4 or 5 Dreamcast controllers, of which none of them have VMU units.
So you need
would be
more.
incorrect, sir.
More
Do I
VMU
do
units.
need-
Hey, Brian, I know where to send my VMU units then.
Yeah, good.
We'll fill in your
Send-
controllers. Let him collect all the crap. I over
Yeah.
here will not.
Also, Brian Dunaway will pay for shipping.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
I will absolutely pay for shipping. I
It'll
will
be
absolutely pay
fine.
for shipping.
Of course
I do
you
this all
will.
the time.
Let's welcome our guest player today. We have on the line with us big scary wrestler man Joey Image. He's going to throw a chair at us.
Oh.
Yay.
Maybe a
Speaking of
ladder.
Dreamcast,
I know, right?
yeah,
Hey
tell him,
man,
Joey.
what's going on,
Good
Joey?
morning.
Also, big
Good
gamer
morning.
guy.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can totally.
yeah,
hear
we
you.
can hear you just fine.
Okay, good. I just hooked up a different.
Your stuff.
That won't stop us from talking over you, by the way.
Yeah, that's okay. First of all,
Contrary,
I understand.
Yeah.
I understand Brian's dilemma, but I've got 5 Dreamcasts and about 11 controllers and
Wow.
only 6 VMUs. Right. Dreamcast is my favorite console of all time. I've got one brand new in the box from March of 2000.
Dude,
That was only opened once by me when I did an unboxing video of it.
so you bought? So that was one
Nice.
you purchased as a new device back then, right?
No. Somebody. So, short story long. A friend of mine won it at a carnival a million years ago. When it came out, he won it at a carnival.
Yeah.
Then he said I was in the process of moving when I actually brought it home. So I packed it away somewhere, forgot about it. 15 years later, he was moving again, and he found it again, and it was still sealed in the box and everything. And he said, "You know what? If I haven't used it by now, it's clearly not that important. Do you want it? Just pay me for shipping."
Yeah.
So it cost me $28. It was sealed. In fact, if you watch my YouTube video, you could see me open it. I was almost like in tears. I didn't want to open it, but I had to. But it was just in pristine condition. It was
That's
amazing.
awesome. Yeah, I loved that thing too. One of my favorite
Yeah, it was
consoles
so
ever.
cool.
Yeah,
I've got like 7 or 8 VMUs.
It bums me out. When Dunaway and I have talked about this at length, but it bums me out how Sega, what they could have done if they just gotten their Japan and U.S. headquarters
what
people
could have
together.
been.
What could have been for
Yes,
Sega?
what could have? Hey, there's rumors of a Dreamcast Mini.
Whoa, I'd buy
There's
that.
a
Yeah, they.
For some reason, the rumors seem more serious this time around. There's been rumors for years, but the last couple of months, they've been really kind of ramping up. And I don't know.
Dude,
And
even
Sega's put it out there several times. Polls for which would you like to see next?
Sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Look, if they
ignore them and they're like, "Oh, here's a poll open." Never mind.
if they did that, here's what all I
thanks.
care about is put Soul Calibur on there and put NFL 2K on there.
And Choo Choo Rocket.
And Choo Choo Rocket, Brian.
Don't
oh my
forget the
gosh.
Choo Choo Rocket.
You have a Dreamcast, right? You have one, don't you?
I used to. Don't have it anymore because I was a
What?
dumbass and got rid of it.
Oh my god! I almost want to donate one to you, but I have to.
No, hold.
Oh, I know.
Hold
You
your
need all the
tongue.
I have to
leftovers.
hoard. I can't do that
Yeah,
right
you
now.
I have to
Never mind.
Let's not even get into how many hard drives I know you own. We won't even talk about how many hard drives you own.
I've got 14 that have not even been used yet
Oh my
from
gosh.
the last 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, Joey was for a while there. Tom Merritt and I we'd have a little bit of tease back and forth with Joey because it was like, how many hard drives you buy today? How many SSDs did you get yesterday? He's got
And
all the
Tom
data, guys. All the data.
Tom would like link me on Twitter to days where Amazon would have like a lightning sale on a hard drive, and he would send me the and not say anything. It was very subtle but hilarious.
Yeah, he loved doing that.
Free Ranger says, and Crazy Taxi and Jet Set Radio. I wonder if I could play Crazy Taxi now, or if it would feel too much like work.
Oh man,
No, it's good. It's still good. It's still good fun.
It is
It's
still
like
good.
Crazy Uber or Crazy Lyft.
It's insane to me that IP doesn't have some kind of rebirth right now. I cannot
I
understand.
agree.
that.
I actually would
like
love
on
that,
an updated like 4K PS5 version.
And
or
just
something,
make it,
or-
you're not even in a taxi. You're in a lift, and give us all of the problems with lift passengers. Like,
Yeah.
Oh god! What
I've
if
added
you
a
flip it
stop
from the-
at the 7-Eleven that's 2 blocks from my house, and I'm going to take 7 minutes instead of the 5 you're supposed to give me.
I could walk there in 11 seconds. But
Right.
please come pick
Exactly.
me up.
Right.
Yeah.
What I love
right.
about that game
A lot of
though
those-
it has a basic idea that has not been exploited, which is in the day it was all about get there as fast as you can, everything's on a timer, and then keep doing it,
Yeah.
hurry up, and it was kind of arcade
Right.
arcade centric that way. You make a proper new version of this. You go really stylistic with it. You dig deep into the music and all, because that's what part of what made that game great. And then you make real missions. Like you have mission-based stuff. I'm not saying you got to make a crazy story, but just a more in-depth sort of bunch of systems in a modern.
Well, then you're playing Driver for PS1.
I love Driver, dude. Driver was great.
True.
They do have Crazy Taxi Classic in the App Store.
Yeah,
so you can play it on the iPad.
They have it on Steam as well. You can get Jet Set Radio in a pack and everything.
I'd like to see a taxi version from the perspective of the customer.
Oh yeah, you're just the guy getting picked up. Holy shit! Yeah,
you have to if you don't jump out at a certain time, the car crashes and you're dead or whatever.
Yep. You can also be the I forget which character it is. I think it's the guy with the fishing hat on. In that Sonic Racers game, that's their Mario Kart ripoff.
Yeah.
You can be that dude in a taxi. Yeah,
Really,
it's a big old taxi.
No.
It's great.
About, is that Axel or is that?
It is Axel. That's it.
I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, it's the guy with the white.
Yeah.
Yep, that's Axel, and he's in a big old taxi flying around with Sonic the Hedgehog and everybody.
Big old taxi.
That's a good game, by the way. If you're looking for like a good Mario Kart alternative, it's not crap. It's actually pretty good. Shenmue is in it, and it's real dumb. The guy from Shenmue, forget his name.
You relax over there. That's that's one of my most favorite series of games, and the guy's name is Ryo Hazuki, by the way.
No, look,
I've heard Scott say this game is just not good. It's boring.
No, here's what I would say. I'll agree with you. Shenmue is a very, very good sleep aid. I found when I was playing.
Oh wow!
Oh, you are killing me today.
Don't worry. I can say these things because Joey's in Jersey or New York or something, and he's not going to beat me up from there. He can't. Have to come here.
I wouldn't.
They
anyway,
make planes, Scott.
They do.
Plus your back's all messed up.
I'm friends with the guy that does the English voiceover for that character for Ryo Hazuki, and I'm not going to tell him he said that.
Yeah, don't tell him. I don't want trouble from that guy.
Corey Marshall, I love that guy.
I don't want trouble from him. All right, well, let's get our crap together here and figure out how this game's going to be played and see if we can win you some prizes. Hey, Brian, explain to Joey how this works.
Hey, Scott, it's time to play the Dadpool Feud. I've surveyed the Tadpole on some nerdy topics, and Scott and Brian are going to have to predict the answers that they gave us. It's Scott and Brian's job to see how many of those answers they can guess. Joey, your job is more important than ever because you're going to be working with either Scott or Brian. If your team wins, you get a prize package that includes No, I'm just kidding. Orbital Racer and Chris Tales, CRIS Tales.
Ooh, Orbital Racer and Chris Tales are excellent. Those are great games.
I don't even know what Orbital Racer is. I just heard of it yesterday for the first time. I didn't look into it.
It's good. It's real good. Yeah, I like it. I have that game. Awesome. Well, these are nice prizes.
Mobile game, or is that Steam or something?
Steam. Those are Steam games.
Yep.
So if you have what is that thing called? Steam Deck, you can play it mobile. What's that thing? What's the thing?
What's that thing called?
I have I've got
Steam Deck.
Yeah, I have both actually.
Plugged in, charging, saying, "You sure haven't played me in a few weeks.
I'm surprised.
You still love me?"
I'm surprised.
Steam Deck says, "Well, my RG ally was like, come on, leave me alone already."
Yeah, no kidding. I'm surprised you don't have 4 of them, but whatever. That's just how you roll.
Steam Deck.
I was on my Steam Deck last night till like 1 a.m. because
would you please finish Days Gone?
I want to finish Days Gone. I do.
Yeah.
I saw some great video yesterday of a whole bunch of zombies getting killed by
I'll make you a deal. No more Shenmue comments until you finish Days Gone.
All right, deal.
If you finish Days Gone by the how about this? If you finish Days Gone by the end of the year, I will send you a Dreamcast.
Oh my gosh, I'm doing it.
Oh,
wow!
I'm doing it.
Okay,
that's a nice.
Yep. If you had that, if no one has that on their bingo card, let's do this. I'm doing it.
And I'll tell you what, I'll double it. If you watch Parasite, if you watch Parasite by the end of the day, Joey will send you another Dreamcast.
By the end of the day.
By the end of the day. I said if you finish Days Gone by the end of the year.
Yeah, by the end of the day.
If you 100% it by the end of August, I'll walk the Dreamcast there myself.
Wow. Well, I'm not making you do that. Your back hurts.
By the end of the day's gone.
Yeah, all those days gone. I get it. I get what you did there.
I like that. That was a good one.
All right, well, let's do it. We got our stuff up. We're good to go here.
All right. Okay, put your hands on your buzzers.
Oh, shit. I'm not as ready as I thought.
We have 390 tadpoles to give their best answer to this. What fictional food or drink do you wish was real?
Ow.
Scott.
Oh, how come it didn't ring? Oh, I have my muted. It's my bad.
Gotcha.
I'm going to say slurm.
Slurm. Show me slurm.
That is a really good one. Oh, really?
Pretty
Number
good.
3 on the board. 2 answers will beat it. Brian, do you have any ideas of What fictional food or drink the tadpole wishes was real?
Well, I think butterbeer would be a really good answer, but isn't that a real thing too, though? But I think it's always fictional food.
Well, they
But
faked
I'm going
it.
to go with butterbeer. Doesn't matter if it's the right answer. Or
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
It is real,
That's what I'm
I
going
think,
with.
Yeah. They
All
made
right,
a
show us butterbeer. Yes and no.
Oh.
Here's the thing. It's number 4, by the way. Universal Studios has a thing they call butterbeer. It's like a vanilla cream soda with some other things in it that make it taste like butterbeer, but it's not. There's no alcoholic beverage butterbeer out there that's beer with butter.
Okay.
Yeah, they have a
Say-
fake
say
thing.
beer,
that-
yeah.
Were they giving kids alcohol in Hogwarts? Holy cow! Just
Well, it was magical thing, right? It wasn't actually alcohol. I think it was-
right.
So
Exactly.
most alcohol is magical.
That's a good
Yes.
point.
The more you drink.
So
Oh,
the
that's
board
right,
is ours.
butterscotch. Yeah,
I'm excited, Joey. You and I have to do this now together.
that's right.
So I take
All
all
right,
Be
my
on Team
Scott and Joey.
Dreamcast. Teamcast.
yeah Dreamcast.
Teamcast.
There you go.
8 answers still on the
Teamcast.
board.
You have anything that jumps out at you there, dude?
Yeah, actually, and I don't remember what it's called. Is it the Family Guy beer, Nantucket or whatever the hell it's called?
Oh, I don't
Oh,
know.
yeah. Nantucket
Pawtucket.
beer. Yeah, that's exactly what it's called, isn't it?
Isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, you might be right. You might be right.
I don't know.
Pawtucket.
Is it? Well,
You might be
Brian
right.
will probably know if it's
Peter
the
Griffin's
fam.
beer. I don't know.
Okay,
Peter,
fam.
the beer in Quahog. Is
Quahog
the way
beer.
you say
Let's
it.
do it.
There you go.
Quahog beer.
All
Yes.
right, let's do it.
All
All
includes
right,
Quahog.
show me Pawtucket.
Oh,
that's a
come
good
on.
one.
10 answers and that one's not there.
Not even like. Let me look and see here. I don't think anyone put
Number 38
Pawtucket.
on the list.
Yeah, not even.
Not there at all.
Not found in list is what I'm getting back from. that
Oh,
one.
come on.
Yes.
Damn, dude.
What a scam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
What a
whole
work.
game's a scam.
What a work.
All right, Dunaway, can you bet?
I'm
better
going to
us?
stay in the drinking area and go with some
said that many times.
Romulan ale.
Ooh,
Oh, man. That's going to be number 1. Damn it.
that's a good one.
I should've thought of
Romulan
that.
ale. I like it.
My brother calls everything that.
Cool. Just had to be real the board. So if you're in my be real, you
Uh-oh.
want to see some answers.
Oh, you're
Um,
really
Be reeling the board.
Now we're getting-
Show me Romulan ale. Number 6.
Pretty good.
Oh,
That's
Number
good points.
6.
That's good
Some good
points.
points
Look
right
at you.
there.
Yeah.
That's not number 1. I know what number 1 is.
All right.
Oh, you think you know what number 1 is? I think it's going to be Under the Sea,
Under
but
the
not that way.
Yes.
I think
the
it's going to
letter
be
C.
some Krabby Patties
Oh,
because people actually
Oh.
get those in little gummy forms. We get those
That's
all the
not what I
time.
was thinking of.
well, yeah. We keep. We're so
Oh, but if
focused on
people get
drinks
them,
here.
They're not fictional, are they? Is
Well,
it real
yeah.
now?
Well, that's what I thought with the butterbeer too, but then
Oh,
it's like,
yeah,
but
yeah,
they
yeah,
make a
that's
copy
true.
of so
Yeah.
They're not true Krabby Patties if they're made with gummy
Right.
Gummy patties.
right.
gummy patties.
Crab
All right.
cakes.
Show me. That's your answer, right, Brian? Is that what you're going with? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm gonna go with something. Of course, it's Krabby Patties. Krabby Patties.
Okay, good. All right, show me Krabby Patties. There.
Oh,
you
come
want to
on.
strike? You want to strike? You got to
You
strike.
got a strike, you bastard.
Krabby Patties, number 12 on the list, by the way.
Oh, well,
Fine.
at least it was on the list.
All
Very
right,
close,
Joey.
yes.
Joey, we should aim for something edible, solids here instead of
Yeah,
drinks.
I say, can I?
Go
spit one
ahead.
out
Yeah,
there?
yeah.
I say cheesy poofs.
Ooh, wait, those are real.
There
though.
you go. That's a good one too. Cheesy poofs.
Aren't those real or cheesy puffs? I guess. All right,
No,
you know
no,
what?
they're not real. Yeah.
Brand, but the brand.
Once
Cheesy
again-
Foods is not
Yeah,
real.
yeah.
It doesn't matter. The tadpole says.
No,
Crazy shit.
it's a
That's right.
true point. Let's go with cheesy poofs. Why not?
All right, show me cheesy poofs.
Are you kidding me?
Wow.
Come on.
I wish I was kidding. I wish I was
That-
kidding.
how
Cheesy
is that
poofs was.
I'm not answering ever again.
Uh,
2 strikes in a row I got. Jesus.
Yeah, one person said cheesy poofs, so it's tied for 33rd place on the list.
It's higher than Peter Griffin's beer, at least.
Exactly. Yes, it's higher than Pawtucket.
Damn. Okay. All right, Dunaway. Keys are in your hands. What car will you drive?
Now I'm
7
worried.
answers still on the board.
Yeah.
Many,
I
including
mean, Jesus.
number 1 and number 2.
Is kryptonite
I mean, I
edible?
gave
Is that
two of the.
stuff?
I gave 2 of the most nerdy answers ever with Romulan ale and butterbeer, and those barely even made it on the left-hand side
But
of the
they made
board.
it.
Jeebus.
Yeah, yeah. Still on there. I believe in you, dude. I know you can do this.
I do
The,
too, but at least butterbeer showed up, so maybe there's some Potter fans out there. How about some chocolate frogs that you had to chase down?
Oh,
Sure.
Yeah. There's Potter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got Potter fans. I'll
All
bet
right.
this is on that list.
All right. Show me chocolate frogs.
Oh,
Son
wow.
of a bitch.
That would be crunchy, would it? Number 11. Barely missing the top 10. Barely.
I got the next one.
Crunchy. Oh, you do you?
No. I'm not. No, I can't. I just have an idea.
You have an idea? All right. Well,
Yeah.
let me throw one out. I'll call it. Now I forgot. I had it in my head and I was gonna do it.
You have one strike left, each of you, by the way, and 7
I
answers.
wish
still on the
spinach
board.
was real.
I'm gonna stay with. That's a bad idea. Hold on.
You know, I pulled everything
Oh,
off.
I know what weirdos in the chat would say, or weirdos in the tadpole. They would say, unless I get vetoed by Joey, I'm going to say blue milk from Star Wars.
Blue milk.
Aunt Beru's
that's
blue
a
milk.
good one.
Why would
That's
you
what
want
I was
that to be
thinking, but
real,
that's a good
though?
one.
Well, you wouldn't want it to be,
That's
but
gross.
it's ironically you want it to be. You know,
Better than a blue waffle?
well, you don't want that. I can promise you that. I unfortunately
Well,
know
Limp
what that
Bizkit?
is. I hate
I
that I
never
know.
looked it
I
up.
drink
just
blue.
know
I
the words, know the
drink
phrase.
blue milk all the time.
I know
That's
what a
just
blue. I know what a
away
blue
from,
waffle's supposed to be. Do not
I
look
hear
it
you,
up,
Brian.
anyone. It's the most horrifying thing you've ever heard of in your life. All right,
I probably shouldn't have even said it.
Yeah, I've warned everyone.
All right. So we're saying blue milk. We're saying blue milk.
Blue milk.
All right. Show me blue milk.
Oh,
my God,
Yeah, how to
really?
play this game. Very good. Number one.
Oh my
answer on
God,
the
number
board.
one. I love Scott.
All
Scott is
right.
allowed to dislike
It's
Shenmue
still
as
in
he
our
wants.
corner here. Shenmue, hatred or not.
And just so you don't like, what about green milk? There was one person who said green milk. I lumped them
milk.
into the blue milk.
Any milk, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to say, wait, can I say something without it being the final answer? Can
Of course.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
you
can.
can throw out answers.
Okay,
You might give
so-
Brian Dunaway an answer, but
Sure.
yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Scott, I was going to say Scooby Snacks.
Oh, that's not bad.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's
yeah.
not bad. You know what? I endorse this.
I mean,
Cartoon,
this
cartoon
answer.
foods. Cartoon
If you want
foods.
to go with that, I can go with that.
I'll endorse it. Let's do it.
Sure. All right.
Let's do it.
Show me Scooby Snacks.
Ruby necks. Oh, are you kidding me?
Yeah,
What is
Scooby
it? I only had
Snacks.
3 answers. They were all garbage.
Number 21 on the list was
Oh my
Scooby
God.
Snacks.
Why do these people hate me?
So the only way that Joey can win, Brian, is it's now up to you to run the board with the remaining 6
Yeah.
answers.
No pressure.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I've only
This
gotten
may have
like
been a tactic.
Yeah.
This may have been a tactic or
Jeez.
strategy.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh,
Joey, Scott, you guys have anything? I have weird stuff. Like
Another
you
one
guys
just
started
came to
saying
mind.
some cartoons,
Mhm.
but then they didn't do it. I was thinking like green eggs and ham, but I think that's actually people make that, don't they?
Well, you can, but it's the same as
Yeah, but
butterbeer. It's just like
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I
not
mean,
something
you
you go
can-
out and buy, though.
you
can
can
do that.
fake any fictional product into making it look
Right.
like the thing that's
yeah, blue
portrayed on
milk.
the screen.
Andor had blue milk in it. You can make
Yeah.
blue milk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
I mean, you can
True.
go to
That's-
Disneyland and get blue milk. It's
That's
you
right.
know, blueberry
Yeah,
slushy.
that's got to. I realize I'm on the opposite team, but that's got to be up there.
No.
No, let's
We're
do it
trying to
because we
win.
want you to
Same
win
thing
now. So,
Yeah.
so Brian, what
Yeah.
do you?
I did too.
What was it? Blue. What did you say? What was it?
Green eggs and ham. He said.
Blue
Oh.
eggs and ham. Yes, Scott, that's right. Did you ever read any Seuss?
I said green. Green eggs and ham.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to Scott. He's the one that said
Okay,
blue.
good.
Did I say blue?
Okay.
I
Yeah,
didn't
yeah,
know
yeah.
I said it. I meant green.
Green eggs and the hams, please.
All right, show me. I do not like them, Sam. I do not like green eggs and ham.
Oh!
I quit.
No, wow, this has got to be the one of the
I'm the
worst
first one of this-
showings you guys have ever had.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the first one to get
Yeah.
4 strikes.
Yeah,
Okay?
maybe you're the fourth
one,
stripe.
Yeah, no kidding. Let's get right. 1 green eggs and ham. So again, also tied for 33rd place in the list.
Jeez, that's way down there.
All right, if I were to say Lord of the Rings,
Answers on the board, then I'm good.
Were you going to
What's,
say Lord of the Rings? Hold on. Second breakfast or something.
Oh, that's funny.
What else would it be?
That is funny.
it'd be lembas bread.
Oh, lambus
The,
bread.
Oh my
What?
god.
One little
Oh.
bite is enough to fill a grown man.
It's the
Yes.
It's the
Oh
stuff.
my
Yeah.
God.
Gosh dang it! He wrapped it in leaves, dropped a bunch of it,
That's right.
and Frodo was pissed because he thought Sam took it all and all that.
Eat all the lembas.
That's how you spell it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. Frodo, I didn't
Okay.
mean to, Mr. Frodo. He says. And then they had
all right,
sex.
what about
Yeah.
you thought what?
I thought it was lambus or something. I
know a lot of people said lambus. I had as many lambuses as lambuses. I had to go look it up myself.
So, but he said limbus bread then, huh? All right.
Limp bread.
Yes.
Yeah.
Limpless bread.
Yeah.
What if I were to say Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy? Would that help you?
Oh God, I haven't seen that in years.
What do they eat?
Or drink specifically?
Some tuna?
Drink? It's not tuna. You're talking about all the dolphins.
So long, thanks for all the fish. Yeah. Is it fish?
All right, I'll quit torturing you. The Pan Galactic Gargle Blaster, number 5.
Oh my God! Of course. Oh Jesus.
Yep.
Shit.
It's funny. 7 and 8 come from the same source. Pan Galactic Gargle Blaster, definitely a drink. 7 and 8 come from the same source, a movie called Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Do you guys want to?
Oh my God, the everlasting gobstopper.
That's number 7.
Shit.
All right,
gobstoppers are real though.
They are, but they're not everlasting. Is the problem?
Yeah, not the ones exactly.
No.
Well, I've never finished one.
And they did the what was the bubblies?
Right
the
That's an everlasting gobstopper right there.
Oh wait,
That's
let me
how
look at
tiny
yours,
it
Brian. What do you got there?
Right.
Ooh, is it white?
No,
This one's white because I have the Christmas gobstoppers in my gumball.
Yeah, that can't be fictional. Brian's holding one.
Yeah, he's got one in his hands. Look at that.
This is my gumball machine, which is filled with Christmas everlasting gobstoppers.
Do you have to put money in it? Because I love the idea of putting money in it, and then later you get to take the money out again, and it's always your money.
I tore it open and removed the penny mechanism.
Oh, well, that's the way. That's the way to do it. All right.
So, is the other the fizzy drink with the what they call it?
Exactly right. The fizzy lifting drink. Yep.
Frick.
Fizzy lifting drink.
You could drink a drink that lets you fly and fart and burp. I mean, come on.
Red Bull.
Yeah.
What's the thing that puts a German kid in a tube? Was it he just fell in?
His own gluttony is what it was.
That was chocolate.
That's right. He didn't do anything magical.
That's what put Augustus in the tube was his own gluttony.
Right.
This one's an interesting one. A lot of WoW players, of course. Mana, either mana buns, mana potion, etc.
Oh,
weird.
yeah.
Okay.
That
would not have thought that at all.
Mana
and then,
from
believe
heaven.
it or not, back to Wonka for the third one, the 3-course dinner chewing gum. We did have 3 people said the Wonka bar, but the 3-course dinner chewing gum was your number 10 answer. Some other things that didn't quite make the cut: Nuka-Cola, Rectigino, which is Klingon coffee, Soylent Green because you people are monsters, Ambrosia from Percy Jackson, Healing Potion. Just having some healing potion people would like.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
like
Klingon blood wine, the pizza hydrator from Back to the Future 2. Big Kahuna burgers. People apparently want that. Anything from the Bob's Burgers menu, especially the burger of the day.
I have the book. It's amazing.
It's so good.
That
cookbook's awesome.
That weird imaginary Neverland food that Robin Williams ate in Hook.
Yeah.
Synthahol. Any flavor beans.
That's another Harry Potter deal.
No, just eat this imaginary food. It'll be fine. Bronto Burgers, Cup of Pizza from The Jerk, Popeye's Spinach.
Oh,
the way people spinach is real.
Was spinach. It was spinach. Yeah.
It was just a can of
spinach.
A Poplars from Futurama, Snozberries, and the $5 milkshake from Pulp Fiction.
Wow.
$5 milkshake.
I can tell you
again,
with all
also
confidence,
real, sadly.
I could tell you with all confidence that we could have done this for the next 3 hours. I would have only gotten Romulan Ale.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I would have never gotten any of the other ones.
Yeah.
Even Mana. I don't. I
might have got the gobstopper, but that was about it.
Hey, just look at it like
I wouldn't have thought of that because it's real. So I wouldn't have thought of it.
Joey, just think in this today's contest, you were the heel. Okay, you understand how it's going.
I've been that for 23 years now.
You're right. So you know the role, and you played it well. I think it was still super fun having you on. You mentioned your video, your unboxing video. So you're not going to go away empty-handed, even though I'm going to play this sad music here. You're going to go and do awesome videos on your YouTube channel. Tell people where it is. Is it just Joey Image on YouTube, or?
No, I changed everything to Joey Image YT. As in YouTube. It used to be Joey Image TV when I was streaming on Twitch. And the last 7-8 months I've been streaming on YouTube exclusively. So now I'm just Joey Image YouTube Joey Image YT on everything.
Nice.
Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, whatever.
All that stuff. Twitch. Yeah.
All the socials.
All your usernames on all your Sega Dreamcasts. They're all Joey YT. That's what I understand.
Yes.
Well, thanks for playing, dudes. Great having you on. Hey, Brian Dunaway, guess what? Later tonight, me and you are going to talk about Ghosts and Goblins. The series started in the arcade, made everybody pissed all the time because it's hard as shit and still is, all the way up through its console iterations, couple spinoffs. It's going to be a fun discussion about one of the hardest games ever. And we're back to some Capcom goodness, which is fun, right?
And this is cool because the New Wave Toys guys just made or are making a Ghosts and Goblins and Ghouls and Ghosts, those little the mini cabinets.
Oh,
really?
Like the Tempest and Missile Command and Cuberts that I have back there.
Like the realistic scale ones. That's cool.
Yeah, and it plays both games, Ghouls and Ghosts and Goblins.
They're
They're
really hard. They still are.
They're insanely hard.
Yeah, harder than
average gamer would not make it past stage 1. Even a decent gamer can barely make it past stage 1. It's crazy. 6 stages.
And some of it, I think, is the designers wanted the difficulty spike, and I think part of it is also we wanted to keep quarters coming into that machine. But then, what do you do later for home versions? And there's a lot of good discussion around that. And so, you want to hear us talk about
Fujiwara.
Yeah, we think it's like the OG Souls-like, this game, in a way. We'll talk about it tonight. And we'll do it at frogpants.tv, and we'll do it at 4 p.m. Mountain Time. That's our new time, 4 p.m. Mountain Time today. So if you want to watch the podcast live, you can do that, or you can check it out later wherever you get your podcast. That's Play Retro. Dunaway, is there anything else you'd like to say?
No, you.
No? Really? That's it? That's all you got? All right, bye. I thought maybe he'd say, it was great seeing everybody in North Carolina. And then he left.
I know.
Maybe
he didn't feel that way. Maybe
he's a
gave
poop.
him the opportunity.
He's a poo-poo. All right. Well done, everybody. Fun game. Let's move on now to one news story. It's time for the news, and it's brought to you by...
I don't like a bee in the mouth.
I got a bee in the mouth. It didn't sting me, but I was eating in the backyard, the little porch area thing that we have. And a bee flew in there, and I bit down, and the bee was in there. And then I spit it out wildly and behaved like a 3-year-old girl and spit it all over the place and acted like the world was ending. So there you go.
Ugh.
Hope you enjoy my story.
God. Yeah, that you know what? There is nothing to be ashamed of for how you react when a bee goes in your mouth. You can react in any way you want because you had a freaking bee in your mouth.
Yeah, don't you think that pretty much that means all laws are paused?
Exactly. Yeah. No bad things apply.
Yeah, I could have committed involuntary manslaughter during that moment, and people would have been, oh no, we'll let that pass because you had a bee.
Yeah, you had a bee in the mouth. Oh yeah, no, I risked my case, Your Honor.
Yeah, I don't want it. There's only two things that have. There's been 2 times in my life where I got something in my mouth that it made me want to die. It was that, and then when I was riding my BMX bike as a kid in the rain, and I crossed over somebody's yard, front tire grabbed a big wad of dog dookie, and a hunk of it flew in my mouth when I was 8 years old. I know. I thought I was gonna die. I thought that was it. This is like, boy, this was a short life. Really enjoyed my 8 years on this planet. It was so bad.
Yeah, that'll teach you to cut across the line. I think a lesson was learned that day, my friends.
Mm-hmm. Never forget, never surrender. All right, here's this story. Florida in the news, not because of hurricanes, although be safe down there, everybody. You got a bit of a boomer coming through there. What's its name? What's the name of this hurricane? Ambalina or Arbitage? What is it? Here, let's find it. Idalia. Yeah, it's a different name, different kind of name.
Yeah.
Anyway,
because it has to be after Hillary. H-I, and then
So we made landfall. We got some flooding. Everyone be safe. All right. Anyway, this story is not about that. This is about a Florida woman's finger was severed in a library drop box. You know, you go back to the library and put the books back.
Yeah.
We have one of those around here. This 62-year-old Mount Dora woman. Mount Dora.
Is there a map for that place?
I hope so. How else is Dora going to find her way? She lost a pair of her fingers. Oh, they left that out. It's finger. A part of her finger, not a pair of her fingers. Sorry.
Oops.
In a drop box for the public library. Barbara Haverly said she was she from the 40s? Jeez.
Barbara Haverly.
Hello, Barbara Haverly here.
I'm a Haverly girl. Yes.
Was injured while attempting to return books on July 28th, telling the Washington Post that the whole thing is just such a nightmare. What began as an errand to return a bloody scene, or turned into a bloody scene for Haverly on WT Bland Public Library. Really?
WT Bland Public Library.
Jeez.
We only have books that don't have covers.
She says she's done this numerous times before. She felt this rush of pain while putting her left hand out, pulling it out of the box. What she first assumed was just uncomfortable hand placement soon became clear that she had severed her middle finger, detaching it just below the fingernail. So that would have been, well, that's not really a whole finger, but you lose this bit here. The last segment, the last link to your sausage.
Exactly. It's like now she can only give like 3/4 of a bird.
That's right, and that's no fun for anyone.
No.
She is a registered nurse, but she told the Post she didn't know what to do. She watched herself bleed. Well, you know what to do. You have to stop the bleeding. Anyway, whatever.
I mean, what? How far are you putting the book into the? I've seen those. It's just like a little. You pull the handle, you put the book in the little tray, and then you pull your hand out, and then you close the handle.
I think she closed the handle before her finger was out, and she snagged it right then and pulled it off. And I think this is her problem, not a library problem.
I think, here's my thinking. She had her phone in one hand, and she was doing something. She, like talking on the phone or doing something, and she had the books in her other hand. And so she, without pulling the phone away from her ear, pulled the handle down, thinking that she could pull it far enough, then shoved the books in there. Didn't get her hand out in time for it to swing back and slam shut on her middle finger.
I think you're right, Columbo. I think you nailed it. I think that's it. And I think she is responsible for this. If she sues the public library system, she'll lose because there's no way this wasn't a her thing.
Yeah, I'd like to see a.
They don't malfunction.
A camera. We need a camera on the box. Is there a camera on the box?
That's right. Man, phones. I had a kid yesterday while we were out driving who was on his phone the whole time. Driving, parked, waiting for the light, driving again, always on his phone. And I'm yelling out my window, "Get off your phone!" And he never got off his phone. I guarantee he heard me. Freaking punk.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Little turd. He's going to get someone killed. Probably himself.
Yeah. Oh, I can't tell you how many people I've been behind at left turn arrows who look up from their phone just in time to see the green arrow turn yellow, and they make it through, and the line of 8 cars behind them doesn't.
It's like, just for 5 seconds, put the thing down. It isn't hard. Or maybe it is. Maybe they're addicted. I don't know. What do I know?
Well, to get unaddicted. Stay off your damn phones while you're driving.
Yeah, who are you to...
If you can't be trusted at a stoplight to keep an eye on things and make sure that as soon as that thing turns green, because listen, when you're on the road, when you're at a stoplight, whether it's a turn or just a red light or whatever, you're responsible for all the people behind you. That is your troop. Yeah. The person in front of you is responsible for you and the people behind you, but you're responsible for all the people behind you to make sure that they make it through, that they get through that light or that turn arrow.
You're right.
You're responsible.
You're right. You're totally right. I can't argue with that.
Yeah, exactly. So not an overreaction.
Just be careful, you dummies. All right, let's get to the break. We're going to take a break. When we come back, Nicole and Randy will meet us here at the corner of the street, and we'll do some recommendals. That'll all be fun, but we can't do it without a song break. So, Brian, you'll provide that for us, I suppose.
I will, and this comes from a performer named Puma Blue. And if you're like me and Tom Merritt, you love the music of Julie Cruz. She did the theme song to Twin Peaks. She did a lot of kind of weird ethereal music around that time with Angelo Badalamenti, I think is how you pronounce it. I can't remember what order all those consonants were in his last name, but I think it's like Badalamenti or Badalamenti. Anyway, really good performer. And he likes Julie Cruz. I like Julie Cruz. This song reminds me of Julie Cruz. It's Puma Blue from her brand new single Falling Down. The album called Holy Waters comes out this Friday, September 1st via Blue Flowers, and then she's going to have a North American headline tour in November. Here is Puma Blue and Holy Waters.
If a guest asks you,
"Is there an ATM machine nearby?"
you say,
"I'm sorry, no speak English."
Don't buy any unripe bananas yet, because you won't live to eat them.
And we've returned. Fill us in on who that was one more time.
Sure. That is Puma Blue with a song that they wrote, inspired. They say we were watching 90s Japanese anime series Cowboy Bebop in the studio, and this dusty sound we made really came from those visuals. I wrote the lyrics during a challenging moment, feeling like my stomach was plummeting and struggling to get myself out of the depressing hole I'd fallen into. The song isn't so much about picking yourself back up as it is about how it feels to fall in the first place. The song is called Falling Down from the brand new album coming out this Friday called Holy Waters.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
I'm going to check that out right after the show for myself.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to recommendal time. As a reminder, Tom's not here today. He's in South Korea on a little trip out there. I'm very excited for him. Mm-hmm. He's going to be one of those. He's going to be among many, many young teens chasing around some K-pop stars.
He's basically going to be in his musical element out there, for sure.
He's very excited about this. He and his wife getting a little vacation, which he deserves.
Yeah.
I'll still be on DTNS today. It'll be me and Sarah, so if you're checking that out, that will still happen. And if I can find Nicole on the list, there she is. All right, we're adding him to the call. We're now going to do recommendals, and it'll be a good time for all.
Well, what do you recommend?
Yes, it's time for recommendals, where we take stuff from various streaming services. We recommend them here on the show, and then you guys have the option to go home and listen to this stuff or watch it yourself and see what you think. Joining us so far is Randy Jordan. Hi, Randy.
Good morning stream. It's Randy with your weather on the fours. We're tracking Hurricane Idalia. It's through with Tampa, currently beating up on Gainesville, headed straight at Savannah. It's a very scary time for folks in that part of the world.
Wow. We got out there just in time, apparently.
Yeah, you did. It's coming to, it's more of the kind of cut up in the north part of things. But it skipped the usual Gulf people who usually get nailed by this stuff. So it's an interesting one, the way it's headed.
Yes. Really, really fortunate all those folks in the Redneck Riviera have missed this one. It's going to skirt up the coast, and it's going to go straight at Bermuda. That's an exciting thing.
Oh, my.
Anytime Bermuda just had a hurricane yesterday, and they're going to get another one in a couple of days.
You know, it's amazing in our modern times. No one talks about the Bermuda Triangle anymore. It's almost as if that was all bullshit, and really we just can, now we have satellites and planes and things, and we can see.
Yeah. Is this recommendals?
It sure is. It sure is. Hey,
I'm just making sure I'm on the right. I'm making sure I'm on the right call.
You're absolutely on the right call. Hi, Nicole. How are you?
I'm good.
Good. That's fantastic. You're back home? You were back home. I don't know why I was thinking you were home.
Yeah, I'm in the office and doing cool stuff on the laser. And
nice. Cool. Doing laser stuff. I love it. You're like the future today.
Cool. Do you do air quotes when you say laser?
I do it. I do it in my brain.
Good enough. That works.
Yeah, no, that's totally fine. We'll allow it.
That's all I need. That's all I want.
Let's dive right in. We're going to do some recommendals. We're going to start with Brian, and he has a clip he'll explain to us. Brian, what are we doing?
Yeah, this is I can't wait to talk about this, because is it a recommendal? Is it a meh-commental? You be the judge. We'll see you on the other side.
All right, let's find out.
This is a disaster. I completely destroyed history.
Like Eric Stoltz.
Okay, why do you keep saying Eric Stoltz?
Eric Stoltz, Marty McFly.
What?
Time travel?
Oh, you talking Beauty of the F?
Come on, who is this guy?
Okay, yeah, no, I know. I've seen all of them, and Eric Stoltz is not Marty McFly.
Really? Then explain Marty McFly here.
I can't explain that to you, Gary. That's not your thigh. It's the wrong actor, and it's upside down.
Is it?
But the point is that in Back to the Future, Marty McFly is very famously played by Michael J. Fox.
The guy from Footloose?
No, that's Kevin Bacon.
Bacon.
Kevin Bacon's Maverick with the volleyball, the gay guys in the planes.
Top Gun. Great balls of fire. Top Gun.
No. Right? I completely broke
This is my
the
brain,
universe.
by the way.
Marty McFly is Eric Stoltz.
Yes.
Thank you.
Sounds like someone's in the wrong reality.
That's right. Yes, and we all are if we watch this movie. No, I'm kidding, but maybe I'm not kidding. The movie is The Flash. Just landed on Max, on HBO Max this last week, and
I thought Scott was supposed to do this one.
No.
Why was Scott supposed to do
Why
this
was
one?
I doing this one?
I don't know. You say you were going to watch something on.
Did I get that wrong?
Yeah, Brian watched it on his plane.
That Scott was
Oh,
on?
that was Brian, not Scott.
That was not me.
I was in an alternate
I know we
timeline.
sound alike and we look alike.
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
The Discord
some days.
chat.
Yeah, no, this was the only thing that I had time to watch this week.
Gotcha.
I downloaded it while we were in Nashville so that I could watch it on the flight back from Atlanta to Denver. And that little clip we just played there is an example of some of the fun that is in this movie, and there is some fun in this movie. This is kind of more in the vein of the Shazam style of like integrating some comedy into your dour DC universe superhero film.
Right on.
But it's not as successful at doing it as Shazam. I might go a little spoilery here, so if you are really looking forward to seeing this and want to stay pristine, then I'll wave at the end of my talking about it so you can come back. And I'm not gonna. There's some actual like really, I don't want to say cool spoiler or cool moments in the film, but a lot of the stuff that I don't want to spoil are some of the cameos. I mean, you already know that you get Ben Affleck as your Batman. You get Michael Keaton as your other Batman. You get Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman very briefly in this thing, and a little bit of Jason Momoa. I'll just tell you that much, that you do get some other appearances by Justice League members, probably playing these characters for the last time. But
I think Flash is the guy that plays Flash. That's his last Flash.
Yeah, he's done.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He's done. I mean, we still have the Aquaman movie coming, but
they have had their problems, Ezra Miller, so the plot is basically the setup for the plot is that the Flash, in what feels like a very non-heroic beginning of the film, afterwards feels like he's misty-eyed for home and the death of his mom, and his dad's in jail for the mistaken for a crime he didn't commit of killing his mom, and he decides that he can run really fast against Batman's wishes and turn back time, and so he does it to try and exactly. And he brings back Cher. And his one act of saving his mother's life apparently is enough to change. It's the butterfly wings that flaps and changes the weather in Brazil, and also turns Eric Stoltz into our Marty McFly somehow. If you can get past that, you can get
is
past all these
Robert
other
Downey
things.
Jr. Is Robert Downey Jr. Ducky?
oh, that'd be amazing. Wouldn't it?
From Pretty in Pink, sure.
This is a crossover with Pretty in Pink. That'd be weird.
If he is, that would be great. That'd be awesome.
Sorry, I totally
derailed me. Anyway,
Sorry.
so basically he goes into what's called the Chrono Bowl, which is this weird little circular arena of time where he sees the realities of the multiverse that he's able to visit all play out all at once, and see alternate Superman and alternate Batman and Wonder Woman and stuff like that, and ends up in a different timeline where his mother didn't die and all these other things have changed, and he visits this alternate universe self. That's probably as much as I need to really give you for this thing. Obviously we all know about the controversies around Ezra Miller, but they're overacting through the whole film really drove me nuts. So they play both the real the current timeline Barry Allen and the alternate timeline Barry Allen, of course, and they have to play it kind of like, boy, another Michael Keaton thing, kind of have to play it like the multiplicity alternate versions of Michael Keaton, where one is very smart and this other one is extremely stupid, and it really makes things unpleasant and uncomfortable to watch. I guess the act of saving your mom being alive turns you into a complete idiot Barry Allen, as opposed to the smart Barry Allen that.
Do you feel like are we anywhere near being done with multiverse comic book movies? Like
no,
God, right?
Gosh,
yeah,
dang.
I mean, not till this whole Kang thing is done, right? I mean, the MCU stuff is knee deep in it with Loki and Kang and all that stuff, and I think Loki did it right. Yeah, right. The No Way Home did it okay. The Doctor Strange, I loved seeing those characters in there, and it obviously it was somewhat fan service. It was there to help also demonstrate how powerful Scarlet Witch was, but it also kind of disappointed me and a few other people into things.
Had some moments.
Yeah. Into the Spider-Verse, I think, is the best. Well, that and This, That, Everything, and the Other Thing. What was the movie?
Everything Everywhere All at Once. That movie is really good.
Oh, I love that. I love that movie so much.
Yeah, but I feel like
Into the Spider-Verse are two good examples of multiverse.
It felt like those two movies just kind of had a plan more.
Yeah, comic books have been doing this for like 50 years now. There's tons of really good examples in comic books, and you just know they're going to eventually they're going to try. Everyone's going to try to make every great multiverse comic.
I just don't know if audiences have the continued appetite for it for too long, because it's starting to feel
for the
like
brain space. You have to think a lot.
Yeah.
And it's sometimes just done to give fan service, to say, hey, remember this actor who played this character in this TV show? Look, here he is, because it's a multiverse version of this character or whatever. And again, if that is placed too high in the importance of your film, then your film's going to fail. If that's kind of like this, oh, well, here's the thing we can do. We've got this great plot and this great story. By the way, we can also show this other character, this other actor who played this character, or this other version of this character from this other thing as kind of a side thing. That's the way you do it. But you don't rest a third of your movie on that deal.
Right.
Well, and how much of the movie rests on Ezra Miller is my question. I haven't seen it yet. And I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence because of Ezra Miller.
Sure.
And so I'm just like, what's the push?
They carry 3/4 of the film on their performance, because they have to play two different characters, two different versions of Barry Allen. So it's a
Ezra Miller film. Like they're the
Barry
star
Allen,
of the thing, right?
Barry
You'd
Allen
say, hey,
film.
who's the star of this? Oh, Ezra Miller is. That's
right now, Michael Keaton is great. He can do no wrong for me, and even doing this sort of thing.
Michael Shannon's in this thing?
Keaton.
Michael Shannon's in this because we have to have a big bad that has nothing to do with the Flash. And boy, does Michael Shannon not look happy to be in this. And I found an interview later on with Michael Shannon where he says, they broke my neck and killed me in Man of Steel. And so when I got the call to play this, I was like, did they see Man of Steel? Did they watch that film, and did they know what happens? And they said, oh, it's a prequel thing. It's like, yeah, I don't know what that is. All right, fine, I'll do your movie. But
I love him so much.
You can tell that he was not at all enjoying himself coming back for this this thing. The Shining Light is I should find out who played her. It's the Kara, the Supergirl. Yes, Sasha. Is that who is Sasha Kala?
Sasha Kala, yeah.
She is great as this the Supergirl that exists in this universe, because they don't have a Superman. I hate calling her Supergirl, but that was the Kara Zor-El character that that DC introduced, and she's a Superwoman, by golly. In this thing. Kaya, is that how it's pronounced? Sasha Kaya? Okay.
Yeah, it's from Young and the Restless. It's where if you
Is
watch
that where
Young
you've
and
seen
the
her?
Restless, yeah, she was on like for 5 years.
Okay. No, she was great, and she if there's any character or performer that I want to see come out of this and continue to play the character that they played in this, it is Sasha Kaya as Supergirl. She was great, and she added such a different level to a character that we've seen, so many times before.
Yeah, I heard nothing but good about her role, and she wants to keep doing it. She said in some interview that whether this film does well or not, she'd love to have more time in that suit.
So you said you wanted to talk through it and see where you landed. What is this, a mecha mental or not?
It's a mecha mental. I think if you like comic book movies, it's still going to be one you're going to want to watch. You're going to want to get it in there, and you're probably, if I say just watch it for the cameos, and by the way, some of these cameos are so poorly done CGI, you feel like you're watching a test print of something. Like this is the South Korean news agency explaining how Tiger Woods got run over by his own.
There was we had a listener who's in effects in Hollywood who says that this is all what you're seeing is people just fulfilling basic contract because they're underpaid. This is part of that whole discussion about who's getting paid what in Hollywood, and he's saying there is an entire swath of the effects community that is doing bare minimum now because we are not getting paid for all the overtime, all the extra stuff we put in. So we're just like putting it up. Oh, you want him looking like Barry Allen's running through a bunch of stuff? Here you go. That's as good as it's going to get.
Exactly.
Welcome to 2002.
Yes. I can do this on, on Render Master on my color computer.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I would say on the level, Free Ranger's probably right. Feels like one of the Joel Schumacher Batman films. If you like the character of the Flash, if you just want the completion of the whole Justice League thing, I know we still have Aquaman 2 to quote unquote look forward to
and deal with.
But from what I hear, maybe save your money and watch Blue Beetle. Instead, I've heard better things about Blue Beetle than I saw in the movie Flash. The very last scene, the kind of another little twisty reveal, kind of thing, is so dumb and silly and ridiculous. I don't want to spoil it because I want people to watch. If for nothing else, pull up Max, go to like the last 5 minutes of the movie before the credits and watch that. But it feels like
this feels to me like something Brian Dunaway would say. You can turn it on while you're
while you're doing everything else in your house.
Yeah. It's fine.
Sodding your lawn.
That's a thing I don't mind. I like a thing I can have on in the background.
Yeah, this would fit very well with that. I mean, there are a couple of moments you want to look and just see, because at one point you do get kind of a cavalcade of cameos. But
this must be frustrating for, like, the strikes happening right as James Gunn. They support the rank and file. This isn't a knock against Gunn or any of his people over there at DC, but they has so much momentum moving toward, let's start over, let's be fresh, let's Superman legacy sounds like it's really shaping up. Super excited for the future of DC, but to have all that kind of screech to a halt because you kind of can't not do anything while things are striking. Or you can do some stuff. I think he's technically part of the Writers Guild and he's writing Legacy, so I think he has to stop working on Legacy. Anyway, it's too bad that this is the end, kind of the crescendo of that era of DC, and this is just kind of as good as we're going to get. But I am looking forward to the new stuff. It'll be great. I
am too. Lockvine says Blue Beetle is also in the new James Gunn universe. Is that true? That the
James Gunn said it would be.
New...
Yeah, he said it was the first one where the crossover is part of his plan.
But he had nothing to do with the writing or anything like that. Like it's okay.
I think he came out and said he really likes it though, which that clashes with some reviews. Some reviews are really down on it, but I think overall people think it's fine. It's all right.
I think you'll like it a lot more if you watch this first. Regardless of how good or bad Blue Beetle is, you'll like it a lot more if you start with the Flash.
There you go.
So there you go. So basically, definitely a meh commental. If you were going to watch it, you're probably still going to watch it, and you should. But if you were on the fence and you really don't care about this character or this universe, since we're getting a better, fresher one, hopefully sometime soon, then I'd say you can probably skip it.
There you go. Nicole, let's throw it over to you.
Okay.
What do you got here? Anything you want to say before I hit play?
Because I sent you the clip, right?
Yeah.
So this is a movie that I feel probably went under the radar for a lot of people, and I've watched it twice with my kids, and I was in looking for a clip. I found an interesting, you know how a lot of like YouTubers, they'll go through movies and go, oh wow, they did this really well in this movie, and we'll talk about it after the clip. But it's surprisingly good. So there you go.
All right.
It's an animation.
Here we go.
Why are you so ridiculous, dog? What's your story?
My story? Oh, it's actually a very funny story. Back when I was a pup, me and my litter mates lived with a family full of pranksters. We liked to play hide and seek, and I was always it. Pick on the little guy, am I right? They tried putting me in a packing crate, a dumpster. No matter how hard they try, I'd always find them. So one day, they get creative, and they put me in a sock with a rock in it, and then throw me in a river. I gnawed a hole in the sock, and I swam to the surface. Never found them, or my litter mate, so I guess I'm still it.
Wow. That is the saddest, funny story I've ever heard.
Well, joke's on them. That sock they put me in, I grew into it.
All right, tell us all about it. Sounds like Puss in Boots to me, but
it is Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, and you heard Guillermo as
cool.
Harvey. Is it Gwellen?
Gwellen, yeah.
Gwellen. So he plays a little puppy dog named Perrito, and he's telling his story right there. It also, I didn't realize she was in it. Frances Pugh is in it. She plays Goldilocks.
Cool.
Florence.
So someone said it.
Florence Pugh, yeah.
So someone in the chat room even said this movie had no right to be as good as it was. And I totally agree. It's, of course, Antonio Banderas playing Puss in Boots, and you heard Selma Hayek as Kitty Softpaws, and Puss has run out of lives. So he has 9 lives. He's on his last life. If he dies, he's dead.
Yeah.
And death is coming for him. And so one of the things that, as I was looking for a clip, I saw a number of YouTube kind of commentaries on how well this movie depicts panic attacks.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yeah, it did do a really good job, even though it's a cartoon, because Puss is running from death. And when death shows up, he has full-blown panic attacks. And his relationship with Perrito is really sweet, and what his friends do to help him through it. And then there's a whole Goldilocks and the Three Bears story that's really nice. And they got John Mulaney, who plays like the evil little Jack Horner, but he's really big. But it's funny. It's a great story. And it's one of those, it's in the Shrek world. They've done so many of these movies that I just kind of, okay, it's another Shrek world movie. But Ava started watching it, and I was just drawn into it. And we watched it a couple times, and it's just so good.
You said earlier you thought it was
having kids, by the way.
Oh,
right.
You end up watching something multiple times just because that's what kids do.
You said earlier you thought it was under the radar a little bit, but I felt like this got all kinds of play. This thing was like up for an Oscar. It was like
exactly, an animation, best animation. Nominee.
Well, and it's second one too. I get it definitely wasn't on my radar. Not that I'm like, but usually you kind of, I don't know. I just didn't see it.
Sure.
When it first came out.
I still haven't either. I need to watch it.
It's wonderful. Your daughter's in the chat and says that she loves it.
Yeah, she saw it without me and she wasn't supposed to. So that's cool. Thanks, Carter. We always do this. There's certain things we say we're going to watch with each other, and then one of her friends will do a thing and she'll watch it with them, and then she has to come and apologize, and I'm like, it's not that big a deal. But then I'll do it. Yeah. Same thing. It's just the way we go. But I need to see it. I hear it's funny. I didn't know Olivia Colman and Ray Winstone are in this. Jeez.
Wow.
That's some highfalutin actor business right there. Love that.
Olivia is Mama Bear.
Yeah. Papa Bear's Ray Winstone. I don't know. I assume they're the bears from the Three Bears.
Yes.
Right? Okay. Yeah. Or the Is it the Three Bears? Yeah, that's the name of it.
Yeah, it is the Three Bears. Goldilocks and the Three Bears.
I always thought this was the third in the series of films, but technically this is like
The
two.
second.
Second. Okay.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, maybe there was a direct-to-video thing or something.
I thought it was the third too. But I think that Puss in Boots has been in Shrek, and like they're all starting to blend in my brain together.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
that's why I wanted to kind of highlight this one, because I think it might be
under the radar otherwise.
Yeah, exactly. So
cool.
it's not just one of those straight to DVD things. It's a really good story.
Sure.
And I feel like I don't want to end your part of the segment without talking about the thing you wanted to recommend, because what you wanted to recommend was something that I had on my end of year best list for last year, because I loved it so much and it was so well done.
Maybe it'll grow on me then, because
really? You're having a hard time with it?
Yeah.
Wow.
We're having a hard time with it. So originally I was going to bring up the After Party.
Yeah.
Which is on Apple Plus. And I was like, okay, the second season, the cast of the second season looks really good. I was like, well, let's watch the first season. So Mark and I finished the third season of Tad Lesso.
I'll take a Tad Lesso, please.
Ted Lasso.
Yeah.
And we're looking for like kind of a feel good, fun show. And I was like, well, I got this After Party. Let's watch it. And it's just, it's slow, but it's funny.
Really? Oh my gosh. Yeah.
It's slow for us. Like it's kind of boring at times, but we're understanding that it's kind of each episode is that person's perspective. And so we got to the singing episode. We didn't really like that one very much.
No, there's going to be a musical episode.
Yeah, but there were great songs, but we're just, I don't know. We're going to stick with it just because.
Stick with it. It's worth it. The different genres and how well I think they pull off each genre of the story, like a psychological thriller or an animated thing, because you're seeing it through the mind of the person.
Yeah,
that's
their
one
mind
of the
movie.
suspects.
She calls it a mind movie. Their mind movie. The Jello shot, the flaming Jello shot, was hilarious. That was like, that's what's keeping us going. Is like there's just like these throwaway jokes that were like, oh my god, that was funny. So that's why we're still watching it.
And for me, Sam Richardson can do no wrong. He's Anik.
Yes,
the
he
main
was.
guy.
Well, he was in Ted Lasso too.
Oh, was he really? I remember him in Veep. I didn't remember him in Ted Lasso. Oh, right. He did the accent, of course. Yes.
Yeah, he's the rich billionaire that wants to buy Sam and causes Sam all.
I forgot that was the whole. Yes, right.
Yeah.
You were thinking of Tad Lesso. Tad Lesso's a very.
I was thinking of Tad Lesso that didn't have Sam Richardson in it.
Yeah, different guy. That was Sam Ratchardson. That's a different guy.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. I love that. That's one of my favorite word mix-ups you've done. I love it. That's absolutely.
And Merrick, I'm going to tell you right now, I watched all of Detroiters and freaking loved it. Again, it's another Sam Richardson thing that he did with Tim Robinson, who has that very odd sketch comedy show on Netflix called I Think You Should Leave with Tim Robinson. And
I love that guy. I love that guy.
Yes, he is so perfectly awkward. This guy has taken making the confident fool to a whole new level. It's fantastic.
Problem with Detroiters is that it's on the last streaming service I look at when I go looking for something. Seriously, I go Hulu, HBO Max, Netflix, and then I go look at Paramount, and then I go look at Disney. I look at Apple, and I sometimes forget that Prime exists.
Yeah. Plus, Prime is so big on like bundles now. It feels like they focus so much on getting you to bundle other services, you forget they are their own service at the same time.
Yeah.
By the way, the chat room's freaking out that we're saying that there's only 2 Puss in Boots. I don't see the second one.
The second one,
everyone has been calling this Puss in Boots 2.
Yes.
Sort of like colloquially. And I guess there was also a Puss in Boots series, like
The Adventures of Puss in Boots.
The 3 Diablos.
Well, yeah, the 3 Diablos, but that was a television thing, right? There was no. I don't think we can count that. I don't think that counts in the list. Yeah, it's like How to Train Your Dragon's got like 3 mainline movies, But it also has like extra shit they did on TV or streaming.
The side offshoots and the
a
futuristic
13-minute film from 2012, says Claire. Okay, all right, fine.
Doesn't count, Claire.
Doesn't count.
Doesn't count. My wife's watching Dairy Girls again, and all I can hear is Claire in that damn show. Gosh dang it.
Oh, I forget to mention in the Flash, you get the, the main blonde Dairy Girl, kind of the unofficial
one.
leader of the group. She's what's her name?
Erin?
Kiersey Clemens. No, yeah, the
actress, you mean, right?
The actress. She's in the Flash as one of Barry Allen's friends.
She actually
not that should steer you towards watching it or not, but
no. Does she do her? Is she Irish in it? Like
she talks so little in the film, even though at one point she burps, "I'm Batman." She talks so little in the film that I wasn't 100% sure that she was using or hiding her Irish accent. There we go, Patty Spivot.
Patty Spivot. Oh my gosh, that
Patty
name.
Spivot.
Love that name. Anyway, the only thing I didn't ask is where's the showing? Nicole?
Netflix.
Netflix. All right, check it out. I think it's a Netflix stay there kind of movie now, isn't it? I think DreamWorks and Netflix have a lot of tie-in, so I don't know. It could be.
Well, I know the Super Mario Brothers movie. Well, that's not the same. Is that the same company?
No, that's Imagine Entertainment. That's Sony. Sony's.
It says Paramount. It's Puss in Boots is Paramount, so why wouldn't it be on Paramount Plus too?
Oh, well, your production and your where it's showing or who owns the rights aren't always the same.
So
it's like Friends was a CBS or a Fox production, but it was only on NBC. It's like that kind of stuff.
So before we started watching After Party, Mark and I tried to watch Archer again because we fell out of Archer a number of years ago. And so we watched one episode of the latest season. I guess this is going to
the final season.
The final season is starting. I can't get into that show anymore. And we're like, do we age out of it? Did something change? I'm trying to figure out why we don't like Archer anymore. So
for me, the best thing that was ever on Archer was Jessica Walter, and she passed away.
Yeah. Well, even then, we stopped watching it, even when she was still on it. So
a lot of people stopped watching it when they did weird theme seasons.
Like
you know
that,
what?
That's Shirlene season, the country season,
the outer space season, and all that.
So here's a season where Archer is unconscious the entire time. Well,
yeah,
it's
a little weird.
That is when they lost us. When Pam became a country, or no, it was the other girl was a country singer. Yeah, I vaguely remember that.
Yeah, I remember. You used to be a huge Archer fan.
I loved Archer.
Yeah.
And it was really hard for me to watch Bob's Burgers and not see Archer. Now it's the other way around.
Flipped, yeah.
Like I see Archer and I see Bob's Burgers.
It really with that dude, I can't think of his name all of a sudden.
H. John Benjamin.
It doesn't matter what cartoon you're watching. If you watch a lot of one of them, you're gonna picture that instead of the others.
Nicole, you get to rip that one as much apart as you want. Scott,
what did I say? I don't know what I said. Oh, I thought I said it normal. Did I not?
See, everybody makes fun of me. I get to make fun
Yeah,
of
you can do
else.
it. Sure, why not? I didn't even hear it.
Absolutely,
it's totally fine. All right, so check it out. Netflix, Puss in Boots 2, and we're sticking to that. It's 2. Everybody, go watch your TV stuff separate. It's 2. There's no 3. There's only 2.
Those deuces.
Deuces, yeah. Randy, let's do yours. Tell me what we have here.
A TV series that I've been banging on about for years now, and what you're about to hear are the main cast. It's young adults, and they got lost, and a person that they met kind of saved them, and now their auntie has showed up to also rescue them.
Here we go.
Did you get him yet?
No, almost there.
You tell Bear he is grounded for a year.
I will.
He can do whatever he wants when he gets out of my house, but until then, he will obey my rules.
All right, Reed, I gotta go. I'm getting car sick.
Brethren, sistren, do not fret. You'll always have a home in thy manger.
Surprisingly, it was comfortable.
Ah, it's anointed, my son.
Man, I can't spend another night in the manger. There she is.
Oh, they must have drugged her.
Auntie!
Look, they got her, man.
Ride the wave.
Auntie, you okay?
See, kids, this is why we don't do drugs. You never know what's in them.
I'm not on drugs. His driving made me sick.
Ah, LA drivers.
Who are you? Who is this?
Is our friend?
White Jesus.
So we're at the end of this fantastic season now, aren't we?
Yes. Reservation Dogs decided after their second season that they were going to only do one more, and they were going to make it final. And it is spectacular. Reservation Dogs has been such a fine program. Like every scene, every episode, that you almost wonder if they can hold it together. But one of the things they've done with this show is they've sort of celebrated a lot of relatively famous actors, who happen to be Aboriginal American actors, and so like starting early on in the first season, you meet a character played by actor from Letterkenny, and now this final season we get to see Graham Greene in Reservation Dogs.
I love Graham Greene. I could watch him do anything.
It's just such a nice show. Like I highly recommend. This is the thing that you watch when you just need to relax and enjoy some good TV. It does have a couple of really traumatic moments, and that's on purpose, right? It's a show about people growing up on a reservation in Oklahoma, and their lives sometimes really suck. But it's portrayed so beautifully, and these actors that you've never heard of, because they're all young people, are amazing. Every single one of them are just amazing. So just want to ask you, please, watch Reservation Dogs. We're running out of new things, as we've discussed many times, and this is one of those moments where you got something new. You should go watch it.
Glad it came in under the wire before all these kids aged out of, I'm glad the thing didn't, or the, what do you call it, the damn strike didn't happen during the middle of it or something.
And because there are some shows out there that are dying right now on the vine because they take so much to make a new season. Like I doubt we'll ever see another season of The Orville, for instance. And that's really sad. So yes, we should be really, really happy that things like this are available and made it under the wire. Man, I'm wondering if this strike's going to go on for years.
Might. Hey, let me ask you a question. One of my favorite actors ever is Zan McLaren. He's only in 9 episodes. Does that mean he's not in this new season at all? You know what I'm talking about? The character Big? Because I'm behind. I'm way behind.
He plays a what do they call? Oh gosh, what do they call police on the reservation? Light horseman. He plays a reservation police guy, and he's just an occasional really small joke. Like he's not really that big. His name is Big, but he's not a big deal to the show.
I love him so much, though.
He is awesome. Yeah.
He in my mind was one of the greatest things about Fargo season 2. Just blew my freaking mind in that season. He's so good. Anyway, go see it, everybody. Available now on Hulu in its entirety.
Yep. You can now watch all 3 seasons of Reservation Dogs and enjoy it like everybody else. Yeah. It is the Native American Ted Lasso. How about that?
Yeah, there you go. With the Taika Waititi co-creator, all that business. Awesome. Here's mine. It's short, it's sweet, and I haven't been able to watch anything heavy lately or anything big, so this is what I watched.
Tom, what are you doing here?
Listen, it's a bit of an emergency. You're my only friend with the piano. I just need to come in and practice for a couple hours.
We're kind of in the middle of dinner?
No, it really kind of needs to happen. I'm coming in.
I'm sorry, no.
I'm coming in.
I love you, but no.
I'm coming in.
You can't come in.
I'm going to let myself in.
Tom,
come on.
What are you doing?
You're going to love it. It'll be pleasant background music.
You're out of control, Tom.
If you have any requests, I know the chords C, G, and E.
If I blew my head off right now, I wouldn't be sad. Brad, you have to say something.
Just let the kid play.
Are you scared of a little kid?
No, I'm not afraid of a little. I'm a man.
Oh, you're a big man now. A big man.
Yeah, I have hair down there.
Oh, my God.
Stop being such a wuss and tell him to stop.
Fine. The combination of his music and your voice is an assault on my ears. A wuss wouldn't say that.
As a family, we really need to work on our dinner conversation.
I know. And you know what? Tonight I'm going to ask God to help us.
My God. Is Colin Robinson in everything now?
Well, he should be, but he is in it. This is that actor who plays Colin Robinson in What We Do in the Shadows is in this. This is a little cartoon that is in its 3rd season. I can't remember how many seasons. We're 2 seasons in. They're going to do a 3rd. But anyway, it's called 10-Year-Old Tom, and it is a show that reminds me a lot of what was the old the Bob's Burgers people came from it eventually, not Home Movies, but the thing before that, Dr. Kratz's something psychiatry show.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Do you
Dr.
know-
Katz, the
Dr. Katz,
psychologist.
that's it.
Right, yeah.
It reminds me of that in the way it's animated and the way it's drawn. To say that it's poorly drawn is probably fair to say. It's on purpose, Beavis and Butthead style, sort of, kind of looks like crap on, by design.
Yeah.
It is one of my favorite things in this world. It's created by a bunch of people who've done a bunch of things in animation for a long time, but this stars. Let's see, I'm trying to find top cast here. This is the wrong one. I'm looking at Nicole.
Well, we just heard Jennifer Coolidge.
Yeah, Jennifer Coolidge is in it. She plays this Tom's friend's mother, and everybody's played by an adult. It reminds me of Bob's Burgers that way. So even the kids are all adults, obviously. These kids are all supposed to be 10 years old. John Malkovich is the teacher in the music room. You hear when Tom comes on the show. Here on the show, you hear this.
Kind of in a tough.
Whoops, no, that's the wrong one. Sorry, we played it before, but John Malkovich plays the music teacher in the school. Okay. And Steve Dildarian is Tom. His friend Brian Nelson is played by Brian Bowers. These are all like stand-up comedians or people you've seen in other stuff. Jillian Jacobs is in this. Brian, you love her. I know you're a big fan.
I love her, yeah.
We mentioned Jennifer Coolidge. Paul Rust is in it. Just about everybody. But Mark Proch, who plays Dakota's dad, which you heard there, is Colin Robinson from that other show. And he is fantastic. He's not on every episode, but he's on quite a bit. David Duchovny has a regular appearance on this thing.
Wow.
It's got a great cast, and it is just deadpan and makes me laugh every time. It is one of my comfort shows to watch, and I've watched it, I think, the whole thing twice now. I really want more. They're short, too. It's like these very quick episodes. In fact, I think it's usually divided up into 2, and the episodes are maybe 20 minutes long, so you're getting like 2 10-episodes or 10-minute episodes per watch, and so it's a quick binge, and I love it. And their intro song, I don't know who makes the song, but I love that too. There's just tons to like here. So if you are into funny animated stuff, this is on Max, HBO Max, as Randy would say, and or refuses not to say. And it's called 10-Year-Old Tom, and I highly recommend it. So go check it out.
Cool, yeah,
it's very fun.
I like animation. That's a thing that I can usually watch. And not worry about Tina being like, oh, you watched it without me. She, much to my surprise, was fine with me watching Lower Decks without her, even though I think she would have really enjoyed it.
Oh my God, that's too bad.
Yeah, but I've been enjoying Central Park on Apple TV Plus. I'm looking forward to Great North.
Yeah.
So, and of course, Harley Quinn is back on Max, new season of that. So it's been stuff that it's like, great, I get to watch some animation, and Tina's probably like, yeah, you can watch that one without me.
You should definitely put this in the queue. I think you'd like it.
Cool. She loves Bob's Burgers, by the way. So it's not like she hates all animation. She loves that one.
Well, this is a little more. This is along those lines in that it's a little more adult.
So maybe this would be one that I could get her to check out.
They drop F-bombs here and there, but it's rare. It's not like
10-year-old Tom drops F-bombs.
He doesn't, but people around him do.
Okay.
His mom does. I remember John Malkovich has a real moment at one point. Jennifer Coolidge is always dropping F-bombs. George Wallace is in this. Forgot to mention him. I love him. And I forgot to mention Todd Glass, who's mostly known for his stand-up. He plays his principal at the school. That dude, that principal character is killing me. He is so funny.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
It's great. 10-Year-Old Tom, available now. 2 seasons on Max. Go check it out.
Nice.
That's going to do it for recommendals. All of these will be on quicktms.li. Probably already are.
Already there.
Yeah. Look at the efficiency.
I didn't have yours, so I added it last second, but everything else is already there.
Oh yeah, I forgot to tell everyone what I was doing this week, didn't I?
It's all right. Totally fine.
I knew nobody would be doing it, so I was like,
yeah,
this isn't going to be a problem. It's good. Yeah, good to have you both here. Nicole, anything going on you want to mention before we send you on your way?
Mark and I are going to Amana, Iowa this weekend. There's a big hand tool convention. It's free to go to, so we're going to be there. It's called Handworks.
Fun.
Nice. Is Amana the home of the radar range? Is that like, do they have a giant statue of a radar range in front of City Hall?
That'd be cool. Yeah.
What?
Amana, like Amana the brand.
Amana. It's called, the town's called Amana. It's like a
AMANA.
Yeah.
I don't think Nicole's heard of the Amana brand. I don't think you've heard of that. So that's why you're missing the joke.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, there's an Amana.
I get it. Yeah. Isn't it electronics?
No, it's all like major appliances. Amana refrigerators, Amana washing machines,
stoves.
Yeah.
That kind of
Not
thing.
the same thing. This is a historic woodworking town.
Okay, I was thinking maybe this was the home of Amana.
No, I don't think so.
A weird rabbit hole to go down.
Oh, that was great. Well, that sounds like fun. Get lots of pictures and hand tools and stuff. They give you free. You walk out of there with some free, drills and stuff.
Are you familiar with oh God, what's his name? He's a hand tool guy. He used to be on PBS. Not Norm.
Oh, I don't know.
He's blanking on his name, but he's like.
It's all hand tools.
He's all hand tools, and his hands are all beat up. And
Roy Underhill.
Yes.
Roy Underhill.
Yes, Roy Underhill is going to be there. Sorry.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, the ship, shop, the Woodwright shop thing, whatever that's called. Yeah, my wife loves that show.
Yeah.
He's cool.
So he's going to be there on Saturday, and I'm hoping to meet him. So, so we're going to go up there and hang out, and they got there's like a huge barn, and it's free to go to. So if you happen to be near Amana, Iowa.
By the way, Amana was founded in 1934 in Amana, Iowa.
No way.
Really?
That is the home of the Amana major appliance thing. But no, I hope you have a good time at the convention and get to see a lot of hand stuff.
Yeah, that's cool. Hand stuff is good.
Hand stuff.
I like some hand stuff. All right, Nicole, it is our pleasure to have you. We'll see you soon. Randy, anything going on with you want to mention before we go?
Yeah, we're gonna watch Man on Fire on FilmSack this weekend, and we're gonna find out if someone puts him out.
Amana on Fire.
Amana on Fire.
Amana on Fire. Excellent. No, I love that movie. I've said this before, so going into this, I'm actually stoked to watch again. I don't know who hasn't seen it in our group, but I'm really excited to talk about it.
I haven't seen it since it came out, and I don't remember anything about it. And
I am in the same boat. I know I've seen it. I remember the two actors, and I remember a scene from it, but I couldn't tell you anything else about it.
I remember it being.
Does it hold up? We'll see.
That's the question. I remember it being one of the most stylistic things Tony Scott did. Like it was just above and beyond normal. The way his movies look, this looked different. And I remember being like, whoa. And then he died. And I was like, oh.
As always, anyway, I'm just trying to lower expectations here, Scott.
Lower them down. Get them down there, Randy. See you next time. All right. Brian, we're about done here.
Sounds good. And to answer your question, when Magus Man on Fire is streaming on Max, we're going to be, I think that for the entire month of September, we're going to be watching movies on Max. So
every once in a while, we often find Max has the movies we want these days. It feels like Netflix is a little slower to get what we want to see, but
we could have easily sacked The Flash and still could.
Yeah, that's true. You watched it.
I would not rule it out, and as long as you do it soon, because I don't want to watch it a second time.
Yeah, I would be fine with that if we slotted that in after Man on Fire or something.
Randy, I don't know if Randy's still listening, but maybe take everybody's temperature on that.
Yeah, why not? Put it right up Dunaway's butt and see what it comes back with the temperature. Here's a quick call about rubbing alcohol.
Hey, Scott and Brian. This is John from West Virginia. First off, Scott, me and my wife met you in Columbus at GDEX that Sunday. We stood and talked with you and your wife for quite a while and had a really good time. And I hope you come back to GDEX in Columbus sometime. We'd like to meet up with you again. Anyway, was wanting to call and tell you this story that your buddy who drank rubbing alcohol made a story that I remember from when I was a kid. The local barber shop here in this really small town kept getting broken into when I was a kid, and the high school kids were stealing the Barbasol from the barber shop and would take coffee filters, filter that, then drink what was filtered. And I could only imagine what that was like afterwards, drinking that Barbasol alcohol-y stuff. But yeah, the rubbing alcohol has got to be worse, but drinking Barbasol too, I could only imagine. So anyway, love the show.
All right, great stuff. I don't know what's in Barbasol. I assume it's got some kind of something.
I mean, all I can think of is the Barbasol foam stuff, but he's talking about like a liquid, right?
It sounds like it. If you're going to filter that through a coffee filter, it must be a liquid.
It can't, yeah, because that foam stuff won't go through. Like Barbasol was the stuff that Nedry hid the dinosaur bits in.
Right. The little DNA container thing.
Yeah. Barbicide. Oh, he was saying Barbasol though, right?
Yeah,
Not
he
Barbicide?
he definitely said Barbasol, but I don't.
Yeah, Barbicide is that blue. Okay, yeah, it's the blue liquid stuff that you put all of your combs and scissors in.
Oh, so it's a cleaning agent. It's not something you put on your hair.
No.
Okay.
It's like, you see their little jars on their shelf that they put their scissors and combs and stuff in.
Oh, that's terrible. Why would you? Don't drink
Yeah,
that.
don't drink that either. Don't drink the Barbasol or the Barbicide.
Also, don't commit a felony and break into a place to get the Barbasol to drink. Like, what? This is a terrible idea from top to bottom. Like, I know. Yeah. Look, down there, over there, I guess, where he lives, West Virginia, maybe you couldn't get your hands on common cough medicine or something. I don't know what kids do, but Barbasol, good Lord.
Yeah. Ugh.
That's horrendous. Well, anyway. Ugh. Oh, I did find out that guy is dead. Not from drinking that, though. The guy that used to sip the rubbing alcohol that I knew in high school.
Yeah.
He died in a tractor accident.
Oh, God. Jeez.
Yeah, I just found, I did a little hunting around and found
a Facebook search.
A little bit. Did a little research and
oh, man.
Died.
God, a tractor accident sounds like the worst.
It's like 17 years ago or something. It was a while ago. Anyway, the lesson is don't drive tractors and don't drink rubbing alcohol. All right? All right. Let's now be done with the show. Thanks, everybody, for listening. Thanks for supporting our Patreon. You got one more month before this month ends. Either get in now or get in then, but one way or the other, get in and be a part of the party. Patreon.com/TMS for all the details. It's going to do it for us today. Let's get out of here. You have music? Probably you do. I don't know.
I do. It was a late one. Grant Coover wrote in and said, I would like to request a song for August 3rd for my little brother, younger but not really little. 3 years ago, I moved from Iowa to Washington, and the best way to connect is listening to TMS. We're both always a day late, so rarely in the chat, but any song by Godsmack or POD would be cool, but I trust the Covermeister's pick for a 40th. Happy birthday, Yaya Warrior or Jaja Warrior when in the chat. Miss and Levy Bro, can I get an beep?
Oh, hell yeah. Here you go.
Honk. Oh,
is that the one he means? What's the beep?
That's the one he means.
Is that what he means?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's what he means. He wrote it as beep, but I think he meant beep. Signed Grant, greetings. Oh, and then he says, greetings, Broughton, Skyen. I messed up. Seems I resent my request to the wrong email. Mr. Coverville, if you can play Staying Alive by Les Claypool's duo D.E. Twang, that would be fun. Otherwise, whatever great song you were going to play, turning 40, trust your musical knowledge. All of that in one, like he copied and pasted and then wrote a whole second email in there. In any case.
Because he did all that work, Brian, I'll give him 2 for 1 here. There's the real one.
Oh, you found it. The real one. Beautiful.
The real one.
All right, so this is a cover of the Bee Gees' Staying Alive. This is performed by Les Claypool from that 4 Foot Shack album, the D.E. Twang duo with Les Claypool. There's a lot of great covers on there, including some covers of some Primus stuff, new versions of his Primus songs. Here is Les Claypool and Staying Alive.
Get more at frogpants.com.
And look how flaky it is.
Ooh, we haven't heard that in a million years.
I know, it is